For this episode, the topic is, do Filipinos have high ego? Something to talk about. Just an example of how a lot of us don't like being told or being taught things, even though maybe, let's just say for an example, this person's a lawyer, they know what they're talking about, but they don't want to listen, even though they know what they're talking about, just because. But can you relate? Is it relatable? I'm just saying an example.
I remember you talked about something about hierarchy.
Yeah.
They want to be better, or maybe I'm a parent, I'm older than you, I know more than you.
They want to establish another positioning. Like they don't, I don't know, like Filipinos, I feel like they have such, for titles, for like looking important and like the facade of like knowing more than others. So parang, so they tie everything, like their ego with their position and everything. So they refuse to they don't want to look weak or stupid or something like that. So yes, like, I mean, I know like Filipinos, like we're considered to be like the kindest, happiest, most humble, stuff like that. But behind all that, there's also like, even though like, oh, I'm pa humble, but they still make like parinig, like, oh, I'm the most humble. There's something behind all those things.
All the things they say. Well, like what I said earlier, it's also because they don't want to, they don't want to look weak. They don't want to show others they don't know. So they usually go like, I'm not going to listen to you. I know my own thing. I'll do it. So they also want to show that I can be a leader myself too. Instead of I'm willing to learn and get better. So I guess that's the problem. We're not willing to learn and be a better version of ourselves.
And you've experienced this with a couple of people no names.
With people I used to work with, yeah, of course. Especially if they're in a higher position, yeah. Because I'm the boss. You just listen to me. I'll teach you this, and you're on your own. Instead of, and I'm not. You could give suggestions, but then I'm not going to listen to it. Something like that.
Because I've been reading a book. It's about leadership.
Yeah.
No bullshit leadership. They talk about this top-down, baby-depending hierarchy. The fact that they only listen to the one at the very top. The process is slow. That's one point. They have to, like the client sends to this department, and this department has to send to this department to wait for this one person to make a decision. Then maybe 2 weeks later, then yes, we had the update and it has been approved. Your idea was good according to our, whoever is the king, right, in that chair. But what happens is it damages the rest from their leadership skills to actually think for themselves. They think they're being leaders, they think they're thinking, but they're not, they're just following. Because there's another way of critical thinking where you're actually thinking for yourself. Like I said earlier in our previous video, questioning things. So according to the past in this book, I forgot the names, but the US Army was less effective compared to the German Army, because the German Army functioned in a way where everyone had their leadership position. Like let's say, even though if you're the commander of the unit and she's with another team, she's the lead of team A and I'm the lead of team B, and then we both contact you, our plan is not working out, it has changed, and I have my own way to make this work, I'll move forward with it. And you're like, okay, let's just do what you gotta do. And same to her, maybe change of plans, but she's leading the unit there, I'm leading here. So you don't have to worry, you don't have to command everything, right? And US Army was the opposite, top down. But at one point, I forgot who again, but this person changed the way
Doing things.
the way of doing things for the US Army, and they have become that type of leadership where everyone gets to decide, everyone has their own critical thinking, and everyone starts to use their mind rather than just following.
Being like yes men or stuff.
And I feel that in Hong Kong, from my experience with Filipinos, whatever that was said before or passed down has to be followed, and if you don't, then you're looked at as something different. And we tend to follow too much, thinking we're smart because we have learned from the previous generation this or that is what the above said, whichever situation. we're actually just following. We're not thinking. We love to follow trends as well. So,
like the sheep like mindset type thing, like go with the flow.
that's why a lot of us don't learn. You know, that saying of you're led to the slaughterhouse, but you just keep following. Because you don't think. Because this is the trend, this is what's happening, let's go here.
A lot of people are doing it.
I want to be a part of it.
which is sad.
Yeah.
It's so.
Well, that's why we're talking about this, so
I
now
know.
you can start thinking.
Like, why are we the way that we are?
It's just interesting. Like ego starts because they think they're better. They're not willing to learn. They don't want to be embarrassed because, of course, they don't want to be weak. They don't want to show that they're weak. And it's hard to take that away from someone who has a higher ego or stuff like that because they're not going to listen. It's hard to talk to a person that's not willing to listen, not willing to share their knowledge, I guess. So the thing is, how do we avoid that? How do we tell other people who are in that sheep mentality to not go there? How do you think we can like bring other people to understand, okay, we're following the wrong person. We could actually get out of the box and think differently instead of like, hey, just follow. Like what you said, the trend, the just follow people and not think what's at the end of the road.
The rainbow.
Are you asking us a question or you're just talking?
I'm
just
yeah.
Okay.
It's just hard to
like wash away like generational like
Programming.
Yeah, exactly. Kasi, like, I don't know, sometimes I feel like Filipinos then are like all like pakitang tao or like just all talk, no action behind wanting to change or whatever. Yeah.
It's on to us. Like if you notice that it's not working, try to find something else other than like, okay, it's not working here. There's another group. Let's try here. Try to do more research and maybe grow in your own way. If you try to talk to a person that has higher ego, go to another person who's willing to help you. You can't avoid people who think highly of themselves, I guess. So just keep moving, I guess. That's the only thing that we can say.
I just feel that, well, if we're just focusing on our people,
Yes.
a lot graduate thinking they didn't really get to learn much in school. Yes, school is, in a way, sometimes boring because I was always interested in hip-hop and music, dancing, rap, arts, right? So I hated math, right? Why do I need all this algebra crap? Like, I didn't need it, honestly, because when I graduated, I ended up in business. So what do I need? Plus, minus, division. The simple things. And I kept learning regardless. Not out of the school programs, but I love business. I love finance. I love rap. I wanted to study about the business, and I still am. You learn about marketing, video, photo. So the learning doesn't stop, and you keep upgrading your skill set. But a lot of us think that when we graduate, we're good. We don't need to learn. I already graduated. I'm done with school. But I haven't met much Filipinos that are so progressively learning. I know a few, but very tiny few that share with me books. Like literally last week I finished an Audible, The Compound Effect, but I'm also juggling with different books and I have books at home that I haven't even finished reading. I'm hungry to learn more because I want to do better. Like, people think they're young and they can relax and do more. It's an illusion because I'm not talking insurance here, but it is a fact still, right? It connects. We might pass away later
Anytime.
or tomorrow. We don't know when. So they don't have an idea how extraordinary they are or can be and how powerful they are. Because I always say this to people that are open to listen. Everything you see and what you're wearing right now, your makeup as well, whoever made that makeup brand, or the camera we're using, or this building, or the buildings outside, and those boats are all beginning by thought.
Yeah.
And then it happened to reality. So if everything around us was by thought, we are actually living in a dream. So whatever you think starts from within, and it can translate to reality.
Manifesting stuff.
So why aren't people learning more and just following, thinking this is all we have? Why are they so not up for learning more, right? So I don't know, but that's why we're discussing about it. Hopefully this changes people's minds. Yeah, so that's my thoughts.
Yeah.
Anything else?
It's just like, we should just get over ourselves, our ego, and like set aside all those things, all the stuff that came before, and be like open to like whatever. Because like you said, like we can actually manifest new things. Like there's so much opportunities out there for us to like improve upon ourselves.
I don't want to sound crazy, but yeah, you are close to at least 99.9% able to do anything you want.
Yeah, exactly.
Because this was all by thought.
Yes.
It's all in the work, I guess.
You are powerful.
Yeah.
You are capable. Yeah.
So that's up for them to decide. Feel free to leave comments.
Up to us too, because we're still learning.
Take it in.
That's all you got. That one shot might be gone tomorrow.
Make the most of today.
So yeah, Mars
What na?
and
Kita-kits!
kinetic outcome.
Our aim is to provide value, so if you like what you watched, make sure you hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. I'm also a financial advisor based in Hong Kong, so feel free to check the description box for my details and email or DM. And if ever you need video and photography services, the phenomenal videos you're watching right now are filmed by Edri Mendoza. Lastly, if you love hip-hop music, rap, R&B, singing, whichever that sounds amazing to your ears, because I always do a lot of experiments with it, feel free to drop by my channel at @SCF or Saint Crossfade. Appreciate you for being part of this episode and more to come. Till next time.